Three, two, one. Welcome back to
We
We Shall
shall
See.
see. How's
We Shall
everybody
See.
doing, man? Thank you for tuning in to the second installment of We Shall See, run by myself, the Yungavelle, and my best friend,
I was supposed to say my name, Corey McEnroe.
aka
So what is it?
Mike.
Corey McEnroe. Profile.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's our second episode, so we'll just be chopping it up. We don't really need to give that was what the intro was for.
Yeah, no more intro. Yeah. Watch the first episode, motherfucker.
You heard? I'll put it up right here. You guys can just tap in. So what's up, man? We haven't spoken in a few days?
Yeah, it looks like we naturally knew to not hit each other up for a couple days so we could just talk on this.
Yep. Yeah, man. So how have you been feeling? How's it going?
1 second, let me shut this door.
Nice, real professional, right?
My mom's talking about rice pilaf, man.
I'll have to cut this part out. Cut that out.
Yeah.
Hey, producer guy, cut that out.
And we're back. We shall see.
Dude, there's hair everywhere in my house.
Hair?
I wonder what this is from maybe last night. Cut that part out.
We on a 40-minute timer right now. Anyway, we're dicking around. But, shit, man. My week was interesting.
The last time we talked was what was going on in the world?
I don't know. Did the shooting already happen?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't either. I have no desire to talk about any of that shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But in the world,
I meant
our world.
Our world. I was just talking about ball. You know what I mean?
Didn't. Yeah. I don't think. I think it's only right that the listeners know that you almost got your head curb stomped by like an 8-year-old or 7-year-old. We won't say any names, but I just think that's gold, man.
All right.
I don't want to deprive them of that.
All right. So, a child that a friend of mine babysits for. Let's just leave it at that. Try to keep it all.
Yeah.
Over
kung fu.
It seems like it's over kung fu. He has to make up games in his mind that you're supposed to play with him and you're supposed to know the rules of the game. A lot of times the game involves him attacking you and you not being able to defend yourself. The games are like,
kid is gonna have a rude awakening when it comes to life, man.
It gets so much better.
How old is he exactly, for real?
He just turned 5. He's
5.
He actually made it to 5. Yeah. So a lot of this behavior is happening during the age of 4.
Very formative years.
Yeah, he just it has to be his way or the highway. Before I tell you about the curb stop, I'll tell you he punched me, cold clocked me right in the face one time. Because he wanted to put all these fucking, the balls that you get in like a ball pit at like Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
They have a shit ton of those for the blow up house that they have. They have like their own.
Nice.
They have their own bouncy house for the
kid. This guy got a blow up house. He's living the dream.
Yeah, OD living the dream. And you want to take all these motherfucking bouncy house balls and put them in the bottom of the stroller, and everything that's in the bottom of the stroller is like extra diapers, first aid kit, extra shoes and socks, extra shorts, like shit that does not need to be removed out of the bottom of the stroller for you to fill it up with a bunch of fucking plastic balls that if I let you fill it up with the plastic balls, you're never going to want those balls to come out of there. So once we try to put the important shit back in there and we take the balls out, you're going to snap, and
so
that's
being preventative.
Yes. I'm trying to prevent a next thing. Cause once he claims a territory, if this is supposed to go here, once he puts it there, it lives there. It does not leave unless he, authorizes it. He says, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not being told what to do by a person who's only been here for 4 years, mind you. So
foolish you. You should always listen to someone who's been there, you know.
foolish I. So I was like, yo, you're not doing that. And he's like, yes, I am. And I'm like, you're not, though. You're not doing that. And he's like, yes, I am. And I, get kid level. You
just set yourself up.
Like
it's
you're
like putting your
to.
hand. It's like there's a hole in the ground and you're in the forest somewhere and you're just like, it's like, so you're just like, you know what? Let me just reach my hand.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So like,
you're not gonna do it.
No, you're not. Bam, quick jab, boom. And I just froze. So I freeze, and he immediately knows that he did something wrong. So he just like runs into the bathroom and hides. And then like you just have to pretend that like it didn't happen, because if you bring it up to him and say, hey, you punched me in the face, he's gonna be spinning on you, which brings me to the curb stomping. So we're playing a game. I'm a zombie.
As this story goes on, I'm getting progressively more angry.
We're playing a game that he usually plays, which is like I chase him or he chases me, and like one of us is a zombie or not. And at any moment, like if he's a zombie, he can come get me. But if I'm a zombie, I have to run from him. Okay. There's no consistency. So basically he's like, yo, you're a zombie, bite this apple. Okay, he's like giving me one of his plastic balls, bite this apple, and once you bite it, you're gonna be paralyzed. You're gonna lose. He said all your bones are gonna break. He says, bite this apple and all your bones are gonna break. So I'm now avoiding.
He's setting you up for failure.
Yes, I'm avoiding biting the apple. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking bite the apple now. I don't want my bones to break. So I'm going to like bite other things because I'm a zombie. I'm biting. And he's like, no, bite the apple. So
not a fun kid to play games with.
Bite the apple. All my bones break. I'm down.
Oh man, you're just asking for it.
I'm down, right? I'm down. And I know it's coming. I feel him. I feel him hovering. I know it's coming. So he tries to like do the classic, like, I'm gonna sit on you with all my weight kid move, but I'm not trying to have all his weight come right down here on like my chin, collarbone area. So I do one of these, and he doesn't fall. He just gets blocked by my elbows and stands back up. And he's like, no, your bones are broken, dog.
Open up for me. Open up for this. What I'm about to give you, brother.
Lay down, son. So then he realizes that the sitting move is not as powerful as your good old fashioned curb stomp.
Right. You won't feel as much pain, basically.
No. He's basically saying that if he tries to do the same move and I do this, he can't get through it, but he can curb stomp through this.
Oh,
that's his,
your defenses.
Yes, that's his thinking. He's like, okay, if he tries to pull that on me again, but if I keep a plant foot down, if I have a plant foot down and I'm throwing my heel into him, I'll have more control. Because he was trying to just leave his body and plop, and that allowed me to just fend him off, right?
Mm-hmm. So
tries to throw the heel down. I let him get as much satisfaction as he can get before he hits me. I like kind of catch his heel. I let it get close and then dump it off.
Divert. Yeah.
Come on.
Who's trying to get kicked in the face?
It's man? The WWF, man. It looks real. It's not. It looks real.
Right.
If you play along.
All right.
And then he super NBA flops, soccer player flops, claims that his finger gets bent back on the flop.
Oh man.
So then it's immediately I'm the asshole, not him. Man, this is gonna cause so much heat. I know it is. This is gonna cause so much heat. If we have any sensitive viewers, this is going to cause so much heat because someone's going to be like, you pushed a little kid. And
Nah, man. He
the little
just
kid
got to
was trying-
step on your thing, step on your face, and divert. Gotta love it, man. Got to love it. Yeah, I just wanted the listeners to hear that, man. That's just you're the bad guy because you didn't let him stomp in your face.
I'm just trying to help out because there's 2 kids on 1 babysitter, and I'm just trying to help out that babysitter. Trying to help out, but you know what? What it really comes down to, and this is what I'm learning about life recently, is like you really just kind of have to focus on yourself and help out yourself. And like, wow, I'm so glad this happened. I shouldn't be checking my phone while we're doing this, but I'm so glad this happened because it jogs me of what I want to talk to you about. Okay.
Okay.
Credit Karma just sent me a notification. Wow, your credit score is flame emoji. Corey, let's keep the flames going. Tap to learn more about your scores and how to maintain them. I have a fucking story for you about credit.
Okay.
Okay. Credit's dumb. And if anybody out there thinks that it's not dumb, it's dumb. Okay? I got you. Ready? I got you. Don't worry. I have a Discover card that has a $1,500 limit. Okay. I got it last May. I racked up like $800-900 on it. No big deal. Fucking bounced that off. No big deal. The moment I racked that up and then I bounced it off, my credit score went. I went from like 621 to 704. Just fucking, you know how to pay back $800. Fucking your credit's up. You have a 700 credit score. Congratulations. So now I still use a Discover card, gas and whatnot, from April to the end of May. Said, fuck it, I'm good. I have a job. I have income. Let me fucking swipe this thing. Racked it up to $1,257. Okay. $1,257 of a $1,500 limit. All right.
I'm pushing it.
Oh, I guess I am. Whoa, geez. You're almost at a $1,500 limit. Watch out, buddy. Ooh, boy, we're coming for you. We need that $1,500. We need that $1,257, and doesn't look like you're paying it anytime soon, buddy. Meanwhile, I've had on-time payments of more than the minimum for the entire time I've had the card. Okay, the entire time, and I get too close to $1,500, and they send me a notification. Your credit score bounced down, brother. You are now at 639. You went from 704 to 639. Go suck a dick. All right.
Yeah, that's how it's the good old credit system works.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And now I've paid off $300 on it. Okay. Because I was planning on doing that anyway. I make 300 more. I make more than $300 a week. I get paid weekly. I was just going to take 2 of my checks. Boom, boom. Knock that shit in half. Okay. No problem. Don't worry, Credit Karma. Don't worry, Discover Card. Don't worry, Credit Universe. I'm on it. I got it. And mind you, it's $1,200. What are you worried about, credit people? What are you worried about? You need
credit,
that?
the credit, the credit lords want to see, and this is a tip for all the people listening. You need to keep it at 7 to 13% ideal. Below 30%, you're golden.
Play credit, but don't play it too much.
And hold on, you have to find out when your card reports to the credit bureau. So you want to get that balance down, or at least 30% before reporting date. But here's the thing: every 30 days it revamps. So every 30 days, you got another chance.
Every 30 days, bring that credit bureau right to my kitchen, and because this is the dumbest shit in the world.
You can do a lot with credit, though, man. You can do a lot with it.
I get that, but it's so dumb.
It's a game. It's a game. It's the price that we pay. It's the price we pay for living in the capitalistic America.
It's a podcast, and you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want in 2022. Credit's a dumb fucking game. Fucking shoot me.
You see, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because credit has done a lot for me, but that's because I know the game.
Hey, man.
But if you don't know the game, you know,
the funniest
it
thing
will
was
push you in the ass.
The funniest thing was like mad motherfuckers trying hard, get that 700, get that 700, get that 700. I did it like that. I'm going to pay this fucking credit card off. That's no money at all. I'm going to pay it off in a month and my score's going to go back up to 700. So like,
That's what I'm saying. It's a game.
What kind of game is this? It's a stupid game.
It's the game of debt and credit to debt ratio, because that's what America is. America is a big giant business.
Don't get you slipping up.
Yeah.
This is America. Don't get you slipping up.
It's a big giant business, man. It's a big business. I recently got a letter from the IRS, you know, owed a big amount, you know, didn't I got to pay some money back. And I'm just like, wow. They're like, you got by this date, this large amount. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. A lot can happen from now to that date. But no, I'm going to say, yeah, maybe it will. You know, set up a payment plan. I got to be positive, be optimistic. But my point is, I'm like, you know what? You are just a business to them. They expect you to be breaded up on time, you know, whatever. And the flip side is you can't do anything about if the reverse applies. Like, for example, if your refund is held up, you don't know when that's going to come.
They don't care.
They don't, or you get a big, you know, because I got a big amount coming to me from the government.
Yeah.
And do I know when it's going to come?
Is that on a rush? No. But if they need $1,200 from me.
Check this. I was on the phone with my boy today and he was like, because, you know, we've been waiting for maybe months now for this loan to hit. And I was like, yo, you call the loan off. You call the SBA people. They're like, yeah. They say, contact the loan officer. And he's like, can I get the loan officer's number? He said, no. He's like, okay, then what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Awesome. Thank you for
your
help. Awesome.
Oh, all right, cool, great.
You know what also was?
He said, can I go to the local branch that's appointments only? No, we're not taking calls, appointments that like yours.
No.
Great. All right, great.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, you know what was also super helpful? My learn how to use credit in high school class. That was super helpful because they're like, they really want us to know how to do this shit. And
well,
they want to help us too because they're really
I'll tell you what, man, that y-intercept and the slope really helped me out in the real world. Big time. I really needed that.
Knowing how to find X, knowing the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Good thing I know that.
I can't tell you how many times the Pythagorean theorem saved me when I was in a pinch.
I just got asked yesterday if the mitochondria was the powerhouse of the cell. Fucking knew that shit.
Knew that. That's about the extent of it, though.
I couldn't tell you another piece of a fucking cell. And I took bio 4 times. I took bio at Indian Mountain. I took bio at Nova Prep. I took bio at Public. I took bio in Dutchess Community College. I took bio 4 times. And I remember nothing. Nothing.
All I remember is mitochondria, powerhouse
of the cell.
Battery.
But I fucking wrote a book about numerology and astrology. You give me something I fuck with. Ding, 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 ding.
Riddle me that. Yeah. Riddle me that.
Fuck school. Fuck credit. Fuck the government. You're probably gonna cancel at least.
Let's name 4 parts of a cell. Mitochondria.
The outer ring. I don't know. Something that starts with a P and it's like fallopian or phalanges.
Ribosome.
Ribosomes, yep. Ribosomes, sure.
The cell wall.
So that's what I was talking about first.
You were talking the outer ring.
Cell wall,
like an electron.
Ring. Yep.
What's 4? Lymphocyte. I don't know if that's true. Fuck it, we're just gonna go with that for the 4th one. Lymphocyte.
Let's make up a word, right? I mean,
there is such a thing called a lymphocyte.
It doesn't matter unless you're a fucking bio major or you work in an algae lab. None of that matters.
Yo, you want to know something that I found out about flow states? So this is interesting.
Tell me.
So I was watching this like 7-minute video the other day that was, we know about flow states. We love flow states. We love flow states because of it bringing effortless effort, cascading insights, new information, all in the flow. So I was looking about how it gets activated. The challenge at hand has to just exceed your skill set by a little bit so that you have to stretch yourself, but not that high. It has to just exceed your skill set. What?
I think about like me like making Starbucks drinks. I'm like, it's too high, so I don't get in flow state to do it.
Can't get in flow states in Starbucks. Yeah, so there were some cool things like staying in concentration for 90 to 120 minutes. If you could block that out, that's good. If there's some triggers like novelty, unpredictability, complexity, awe, like looking at the night sky puts you in a state of perceptual vastness, and then it gets you into a flow state. Risk taking, whether it be physical, emotional, social risk taking, spiritual risk taking, those put you in flow states. And then they have these things called intrinsic motivators, which are basically, because flow state is all about effortless effort, but you have to be focused. So certain motivators that are intrinsic, they allow you to focus easier. Curiosity is one of them. Then passion is the next level. Passion is you're just kind of glued to yourself, but then you have purpose. Purpose kind of allows you to broaden out that focus and that attention. Then from purpose, you seek autonomy because you want the freedom to pursue that purpose and remain in that flow state. And then after autonomy is mastery, because you want to be able to master the skills that allow you to engage in your purpose majority of the time, which is really cool. And they ended by saying humans are built for peak performance. Most mammals, if not all mammals, are built for peak performance, especially social mammals like us. Yeah. And they said people who score highest in overall well-being and life satisfaction are the people who have flow most in their life, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all about peak performance. I know I am about development and stuff like that. I know you are with baseball too.
It's
so
funny,
it's
like
cool.
All the things that you were saying, like the curiosity and the awe, all of that happens when I see a good pitcher. I'm like, oh shit, okay, and like it like rises my level like in the middle of the at bat.
Right, because it's like right above your, stretches your, like me playing a really good guard and I'm D'ing him up.
Yeah. Or trying to get past him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then you get those victories over, you get those victories or those experiences where you're successful in meeting that challenge, and then boom, you're in flow states. How good of a feeling is it when somebody is good, a good pitcher, and you get a solid hit off of them?
It's why I've lost my mind, and it's why I am 33 and still play, and I'm still around the game, because there's a term for heroin addicts. After they have heroin the first time, it's never the same, and they chase the dragon. I chase the dragon for finding someone who throws cheese and getting a hit on them.
I remember in this LA fitness over here, a lot of good players. And I know we used to talk a lot, like when I would call you and like, yo, we just went in, battled against really good guards. And I just remember a lot of performances where, it's game point. I got the ball, screen coming. The guard goes under the screen and I'm letting it fly. And I say out loud, game time, boom, yep. It goes in. Yeah. And I just get so overwhelmed. Sometimes I scream, and the scream just comes. It's just that flow, that just being in the moment and just like rising to that challenge, to that challenge. That is addictive.
Yeah,
that is addictive. But we are built for peak performance. I I think too, that's why, like, yeah, I see the thing. We'll keep going.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's why, like, it's very important for a person to challenge themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, monotony is not monotonous for no reason. You know, like, we don't find shit to be boring for no reason. It's because, like, we're built to perform. You
Yeah,
get me?
it's so wild, man. I like like that's why my week has been really weird.
Expound.
Because like I have been feeling like I want to have more and be more, but I haven't like up until basically kind of today. I had a really good talk with actually, you know who I talked with. Remember who I went to do the book talk and signing with at the gym in New Jersey, and you came?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't remember exactly the person, but I remember being there.
Courtney is her name. Her husband
Oh,
owned the gym.
okay.
She actually just had a baby boy on the 28th on Saturday.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations,
And like,
Courtney.
yes. And like mad randomly, I was like, yo, Courtney actually might be a person who could help me with what I'm trying to do as far as like get it off the ground. And I had a really, really good conversation with her, very positive and optimistic. And basically the conversation, to sum it up, was like, yo, if you challenge yourself to do the homework and legwork that you need to do, you'll absolutely get what you're trying to get. Absolutely.
Mm.
You know, and like,
Challenge yourself to do the homework and legwork that you have to do.
yeah, like I have to prepare myself correctly to then offer up the opportunity to have my business click in. You know what I mean? And like if I, like I'm trying to pitch an idea to a bunch of people, and I need to have all of these like things taken. Like I need to have a website for myself that has all of these reasons why I deserve them to buy into my idea.
Mm.
And
You got to check off some boxes.
yeah, it's weird, man, because like 4 days ago, I like 4 or 5 days ago, I like just didn't know what I was gonna do and how I was gonna do it. And the idea that I have seemed like it was dumb and crazy. And then like just okay, this is what triggered me. There's this app called Acorns. Have you heard of
Yeah,
it?
isn't like the saving or investment or
Yes.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So that came up on my like Instagram commercials, sponsors,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And the question that Acorns was asking me was like, yo, do you want $1 million today? Or do you want us to double the amount of money starting with a penny for 30 days? And like, you know, the answer is take the 30-day doubling amount, because by the end of the 30 days, you have $5 million. Okay.
Mm.
But that fucking ad drove me crazy, because if you were to say you could have $1 million today, or you can play this little doubling game for 30 days and you can have what's at the end of 30 days, yo, I'm sorry, I'm taking $1 million today.
Yeah, give me that milli, man. I
Today,
mean, give
today.
me that million. I'll help with the next ad or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
Give me that
I
milli.
don't need the extra four.
Right.
I'm
I'll make 10 with that one.
yes. Like if you give me $1 million, I'm set. I'm set. And that ad drove me crazy all weekend. And I started thinking about like what I would do with the money, how I would make so many other people happy with me having $1 million. And then I think about, you know, Lil Homie who punched me in the face and curb stomped me, and his family, and how much fucking money they have that goes wasted. And it just like it's wild for me, man. Like I have this like I have this, I guess it's a pet peeve of mine. I guess it's something that I need to go get over because it is a personal problem. But I can't stand when people have a fuck ton of money and they don't value it and they don't use it right and they just piss it away and they have mad first world problems.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you have mad money and you have issues and you just bought an $8,500 four-wheeler for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? Like it just it pisses me off. So and then to compound it, we had this Sean told me about his shit with the with the 80 grand.
Right.
So like just two things of like, here's money. What would you do? You know? And I basically just like I started to come up with a plan of like how I can get money. And after talking with Courtney today, she was like, you absolutely can do that. And that's not a crazy plan. You just need to do X, Y, and Z. And like, it's funny that like, after me being frustrated about it for a couple days, the answer is like, you honestly have all the answers. You just need to collect all of this data. I need to get pictures with all the kids that I teach and get them to say things that I can quote that are, you know, supporting me as a coach, you know, and then I can compile all that onto a website, coachcorey.com, whatever we figure it out to be, have a website, ship it to people, and then have those people eventually help me out. You know?
Yo, I was writing this, just reminds me of when I was writing, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was working on a song, figuring out this last line, and I was just listening to the beat and trying to construct the line. I had the line or the premise of it, but the syllables and all that stuff weren't working, like, and all that stuff. So I'm like trying to figure it out in my mind. I'm like, let me just write it down and then organize it. When I wrote it down, it was like clear, like way clearer. You know what I'm saying? So my point of saying that is you reminded me that we have all these ideas and organizational things that are in our mind of like the next step and the step after that and the step after that and what I need to do now. And a lot of the times it just stays in the ethers, you know, and we go about our day, more problems come up, and then we kind of just compound and never really organize those things.
Take time to organize it.
Yeah, like right, like
that's my biggest thing, man. Sorry to cut you off, but like I organize a lot of shit in my head. And that's like why when I hear that, sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm fine. I don't need to write shit down. Like I have it in my head. But it's really just about taking the time, even if it's just a quick little like make a website.
Boom. Boom. Now it's out of your head.
Yes.
Now it clears room for something else.
Yes. Yeah.
Shawnee does that. Like I seen Shawnee do that. He has a little notepad, and you know, when he's part of his morning routine is he'll write a list of, and the little thing, the paper is like this. It's not
it's tiny notepad.
Like,
I know.
It's not this. It's
I told Vinny to get one, man. When I first met Vinny, I said, get a notepad. And he came back to work the next day with a notepad and fucking showed it to me. Bang.
Dude, I think it's so helpful. Like tonight, when I go to the kava bar after this, I'm going to write down my next steps. I'm going to also write down what I would do with the money, because I had a great phone call with my boy today, because, you know, I told him about the IRS and tax stuff and all that. And he's just like, yo, don't worry about that. Like, this is what we're going to handle all that stuff. And like, I want you to know how strong you are. You know, you've had an 800 credit score for like, you've maintained that for 3 years, dude. We paid off a $50,000 loan. Like we did that, you know, and like we have a business and all that stuff. Like we've done that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, thank you, man. Thank you for just being that for me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being that for me. His optimism basically sparked the optimism in me.
Okay.
And about just, you know, the situation and, you know, money and all that stuff. And just, it switched my thinking to kind of thinking as if like, yo, I'm here already. You know, like I'm here already. We hear that classic thing in manifestation, you know, be as if it's happened and stuff like that. But at the same time, I did feel that the difference in mindset. Like I did feel there were points where I was coming from like, but I'm not there yet. Or like I was looking at people on YouTube and just knowing that they're breaded up and just being like, I'm not there yet. Like I can't relate. You know, I come from the hood and all that shit, like all that stuff. But then at the same time, having people in my circle or like having friends that are optimistic about stuff like that, it sparked it in me. And I was like, yo, man, I'm grateful for you because it's like you charged me up. You know, you charged me up because he was saying a whole bunch of things that were true that we did do. You know, we have done throughout the past 3 years. And he was just like, man, I can't wait to see you in this and this and this and that, and kind of foresighting all these things of just like, you know, millionaire and like the cars and just like a lifestyle, but in terms of being a businessman, like just being like, that's going to be a business car though, and it's going to be like you're driving around to sell it. Like, so all these things are in the ethers now. And this brings me back to the point of why I want to bring this up, because we were talking about having all these things in the ethers.
Right.
After this, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna write down everything that we talked about just so I can
Yeah.
organize it.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
dude, I literally, I have 3 of these. I have one here. There's another one over there. There's another one in the other room, and just like trying to, and I should be writing more. I mean, dude, there was a point where I was writing everything that I'm grateful for
Yeah,
every
that's
day.
great.
You know what I mean? Um, Definitely got away from it, but
I think we underestimate the power of writing.
I mean, I used to be a huge advocate for it, man. I used to be a huge advocate
And
for
you wrote a
writing.
book.
Yeah, for writing, and like I've definitely gotten away from it. But definitely should write more. Definitely gonna do that. And if you're listening, learn from us and don't not do it. Do it.
Yeah, do it. It definitely helps to organize. So yeah, I saw a dude from Last Chance University. I don't know if you've seen the show on
I've heard of it.
Netflix.
I've heard of it. I've
Yeah,
heard of it. I've
so
heard of it.
there's one of the characters there, this left-handed center power forward kind of guy.
Mhm.
Sad story, you know, like them all. And attitude and all that stuff, goes in the locker room, throws the stuff, quits halfway through the game type of vibe, you know.
Classic.
Yeah, classic struggle. Netflix get you hooked. And so I seen him walking on the pool deck. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I'm not really a fan guy. I'm
Mhm.
not one to be like somebody's fan like that, unless it's SP to Ghost. Um, but I seen him. I'm like, damn, this is a young kid who is dealing with, you know, fame and being on Netflix, being on TV. You know
Because
what must that be
they're not
like?
actors. It's documentary style.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're still at some points they'll sit in front of the camera and be like, yeah, blah 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 blah. You know, or just like after a game, they'll just be like, or when the cameras come in there, like going in the locker room, like, yo, I don't even want to see you right now, yo.
Yeah, of course you're a kid.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, imagine being a kid with having to deal with all that fame.
You signed up for it. You signed a contract. You signed a contract for them to follow you around with cameras. You knew you're.
Mm.
I don't have any sympathy.
What would you do if you were famous? How
Come
would you
follow
move?
me. Please, 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 please come follow me. Come.
So you would embrace the fame.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yo, I've already been saying, come watch what I do every day. Please come hang out with me. I
What they're
welcome
gonna see? They're gonna see the cats
Bugando.
in Bugando. You
Yo,
know, number one Rocket Cat.
yep. Number one champion cat. Yep. And
Mhm.
you'll see the chief man. And then like if you want to juice it up for the viewers, throw me some money
Mm.
and then see what I do.
Mm.
You
Let's
know?
play a game. You ask me what I would do with a set amount, and I'll ask you the same. Go, pick an amount.
What would you do with 1.5 million?
1.5. 1.5, I am opening up a whole life insurance policy,
Okay.
right? Because that's going to grow.
Immediately not doing that. So we're different.
All right. So I'm growing. I can put, let's say 500. No, no, I'm not 500. $100,000 there, and that's going to grow over time, and it's going to grow better than stock market, all that other shit. And the benefit of that is I'll be able to borrow against it without affecting the total amount from it. So I could pull 80 grand from it, and it'll still grow from that initial 100K as time goes on. So it's like I'm using my own self as a bank. The life insurance people will pay me that 80K check, whatever, whenever I ask for it. Boom. So that's a smart investment. Boom, 100K. So 1.5. So I got 500. So I got 400,000 before I even touch the million.
Yeah.
What am I doing with that 400K? I am buying some property. I need to get some property, and I need to get some sort of passive income popping. So with that 400, I'm going to get passive income streams popping, rental properties, trucks, maybe a little bit of crypto. And then I'm going to bank, I don't know, maybe 50K of that. Now I got the million to play with. Oh my goodness, the millie. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico for a week. All right. I am dispersing out, let's say, 5 to 10 grand to select family members.
Yeah.
Same thing goes for friends.
Yeah.
I'll probably take everybody out on a big vacation. I'll pay off my family's majority of their debts.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, the classics. And I'm taking the year off. I'm working on music. I'm making music videos for everything.
Yeah.
I'm paying Instagram for followers. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Let's really crack the code. Really crack the code.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing that. I'm handling the family. I'm making sure the business stuff is good, making sure I got my passive revenue streams popping. And then, I'm gonna sit on a good amount of that. I'll probably buy a supercar. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll buy a regular car. And I'm probably still gonna live under my means besides all that crazy stuff.
Yes, besides the with it.
Besides the Lamborghini, I'll live under my means.
Yeah.
Lamborghini parked in an apartment complex.
Yeah, that.
But I got 6 streams of revenue. I got over 6 figures in the bank.
I like my neighbors,
and they like me. So
yeah.
All right, what you got?
I mean, pretty much land right away. Probably, honestly, I know you hate to use, but it's probably like western, northern Florida. There's just more grass up there.
I don't like that. I don't like you living far away from me.
I mean, it's better than Tucson.
What if you get land in multiple places and you can have spots in different places?
Sure. I mean, I have no problem having a spot in Miami to hang out with you guys, but my dream is if I had 1.5 mil, I'm immediately buying land and making fields,
baseball fields.
Basically I would want to have 4 baseball fields. Gotta have a softball field for the ladies, allow them to come play, even though I would really like to have them transfer over to baseball, but that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, softball field, little league field, and then big boy field with a short porch, big boy field with a real porch. And what I mean by short porch is close fence. So the big boy field has the right dimensions for bases, but the fence is close. It's 300 in the corners, 330 in the gaps, 360 in center for 13 to 16-year-olds. And then a big boy field for the adults where it's 320 in the corners, 375 in the gaps, 405 in center.
Feet.
Yes. Yeah. And then if I had the extra space, I would have a soccer field, at least one, because I love soccer. And then on the same property, have an indoor facility. And honestly, dude, if I had the guap, I'd put a basketball court in that indoor facility. I might put an indoor pool. you know, or maybe like the pool is attached to the facility and has like a retractable roof. So it could be indoor, outdoor. So like basketball court, pool, and then indoor hitting facility in case it's raining and we still want to get work in. We can go inside and hit. You know, I mean, like that's my whole thing, man. It's like I love sports. I love sports, and I see such a high value in them building character and like yo, there's this guy that I met at my last men's league game. Nice guy, 24 years old, not a bad swing, you know, really not that bad of a swing. On it, like honest to God, not that bad of a swing. The dude is like 280 pounds. He is way overweight. And I'm like, yo, you have a good swing. Like you could be much more effective than you are right now if you like trim down. And he's like, yo, I want to try out for the Tucson Saguaros. And that's an independent league team that's out here. I tried out for the Saguaros in 2018. And they didn't take me because I was 29. I had to be 25 or younger. But he's 24. So he's got a year left. And you know, I kept it really real with him. Like, yo, you need to lose weight. Like, they won't even let you try out at the size you are. And I know that in the back of his mind, he's probably like, damn, if I had just prioritized not getting crazy out of shape, I would have much more of a shot than I do right now. And that's why I love sports. I'm not like fat shaming. Like, if you want to get out of shape, knock yourself out, but you won't be able to play a sport. You know, like this kid has a decent glove, decent arm, decent swing, but he can't run down the fucking baseline. And there's no way they're going to even let him try out at the size he is. They're going to be like, bro, even if you hit a ball in the gap, you're not getting the fucking second base, you know? So like, I love if, sorry to get off track, but like if I had 1.5 mil, is buy land, set up athletic facilities, you know what I mean? And then like I've said this once and I'll say it again. If I had the overhang, like let's say all those facilities, all the fields and the indoor facilities and a house for me on the land, let's say it all cost me $700,000. So the 0.5 is gone and 200,000 of the million are gone. And I just have $800,000 left. I'm buying a Tesla because I'm tired of driving and that shit can self-drive. Okay. So I'm buying a Tesla. All right. And then a Tesla probably going to run me 90 to 100 grand because I'm going to get the fucking bomb one. So now I'm down to like $700,000 and I'm just living on $700,000. And as people come and want to use my facilities, I charge them based off how I feel. You know what I mean?
Let me preface this by saying, or should I say at the end of it, by saying that this is more than just like a fantasy or something like that. Like these are for the listeners. Yeah. We're speaking this out into existence and stuff like that. And this is in no way do we believe. That's all I fucking do. Yeah. This is in no way do we believe that this is something that's like, oh, if I wish that this was like, no, this is something that we're moving towards and bringing towards us at the same time.
If I don't have my own indoor hitting facility and or fields by the time I die, I fucked up. Like my whole goal right now is to at least the smallest nugget of gold is an indoor hitting facility. The biggest nugget of gold is a giant property with multiple fields and an indoor facility and the whole nine. Obviously, I'm trying to get that, but like I'm at least trying to get you come to this facility that I own and you come here and I teach you how to hit, you know? And I just feel like I'm 33 now, man. If I just dedicate my life to this for the next 7 years, by the time I'm 40, something's got to give. You know, I haven't like actually dedicated my life to anything yet, like career wise. You know, I've done it with numerology and astrology, and that's why I know it so well. I've done it with hitting a baseball, and that's why I know it so well. Or I've done it with like, I've gone in and out of it when it comes to rapping and writing, and that's why my rapping and writing is like in and out of being super good at it. But, you know, it could be better because I don't dedicate enough time to it. You know what I mean? And like my whole thing, it's funny that you said like you would spend a year working on music. Like if all I had to do was wake up and all my bills were paid and I had my facilities and I could coach, I would definitely dedicate so much more time to figuring out piano, figuring out producing, trying to make my own music.
It's happening. That's final. Like this is not this is not a if, you know, but when. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and
I try to manifest it that way as much as I can because I still see myself doing music. So if I still see myself doing music, then there has to be a future where I'm able to do it. And I see myself, it's so funny, man. All I want is to have my own lawnmower and I wake up and I cut the grass in my own fucking outfields. That's all I want. I just want to drag the dirt on my own infield. And like, sorry that that's like crazy, but like, I just want my own fucking fields. That's why we made a fucking wiffle ball field in the backyard at my dad's house. We were like, this is the land we got. We're making a goddamn field.
I remember I ran home RBI and Timberlands won the game.
Do you remember when McFly, were you might have not been in our life yet, when McFly hit a walk-off home run in like the 15th inning and it was like 3 a.m.
I don't think so. That sounds epic.
Literally like, running around the bases. Crazy.
That sounds epic.
Crazy.
Epic.
I mean, dude, we had the cops get called on us. And then they showed up and they thought we were having a party and they walked in the back and they're like, this is it? You're just playing wiffle ball? And we were like, yeah, we teams of 3. And there was 2 cops. And they were like, you're telling us if we come back here next week with a 3rd guy, we can play? And we were like, yes, if you do, you're in.
I love it.
And this was like way before weed smoke.
Millbrook, New York, for those wondering where.
Yeah.
Or your nearest neighbor is a mile down, you know, left or right. One road in, one road out.
For us, you know, we lived on a 1/4 acre lot, man. We had room. It was nice. It was I think that kind of spoiled me as an adult, and like not living on a 1/4 acre lot with a back and a front yard has made me be like, yo, I want my own fucking grass again. Like, dude, and like I went on this whole, since I talked to you last, I've gone on the internet and I've looked up prices of land in Florida.
I did that today. Or actually I looked at how to sell land, because that was one of the things that my boy and I talked about. He's like, yo, we're gonna get land and we're on the same. All we got to do is just keep going, bro. That's it. All we got to do is keep going and
try to be patient in the process, man.
Yeah.
Try to be patient.
On that note, I think this is a good place to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I like to end on a nice positive vibe. You know,
I like to end on the name of the goddamn podcast because it is the greatest cliffhanger.
So if you guys are wondering if we're gonna get to our goals, you know, and get to our multi-million-dollar living, Core's gonna get a lot. I'm gonna have land, property, trucks, music, all that stuff.
Come play sports.
We shall see. And even more than we shall see.
We will.
We're going to get it done. Yeah.
We will.
We're going to get it done.
We will see. The podcast is named We Shall See, but the real truth is we will.
Yes.
We will.
I like that. I like that as an end. The podcast is named We Shall See, but
you come to see what we're talking about, but you leave knowing that it's all going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right, man. We shall see, brother. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time, we shall see. Rise and jackpot.